Hey, Dabo, it's Chapel. You said earlier this week you wanted Clemson to be a desperate team on Saturday, play desperate. Has that shown up in practice this week, and how do you get that to translate into game day?
Yeah, no, they've practiced well. They've responded well, and they've practiced well last week. We just got to get it, as you said, we got to get it to translate to game day, and I think it's just everybody, making up their mind that, they're going to go do it, and we'll find out on Saturday.
And with the corner position and Tiger position specifically, those are two that you've been pushing this week, publicly challenging. How have those guys responded, and is that a spot where we might see lineup changes on Saturday?
We'll see. Again, it's been a good week of practice. Just finished up, I thought, a really good Wednesday. Good meetings. Team is, they understand what they got to go do. Just got to go do it. Everybody's got to do their part, do their job.
Hey, Dabo, this is Darian Carter. Adam Randall's been dominating the lion's share of the running back snaps. I'm just curious, is there, any concern about maybe his workload as the season prolongs and maybe trying to get those other guys involved as the season continues?
We ain't had much of a workload. You kidding me? I hope that becomes a problem where we get the snap count that we need to get. We didn't have much of a workload from a play count standpoint, so everybody's pretty fresh.
Anyone else for Coach?
Hey, Deb, this is Larry. Tom Allin said yesterday that Sheldon Lewis and Kylan Griffin came into camp maybe still a little rusty from their surgeries they had back in the spring. Just curious for your evaluation of where they are now and whether they're poised to maybe elevate moving forward.
Yeah, they both played, and we need them to just keep getting better. They're practicing well. Shelton's played a good bit to this point, and KG, I don't think played much last week, but he's played a good bit in the other game or two. So both have good experience, and yeah, we just need that depth to really, and not just be good depth, but go compete and push everybody, compete to win a job. So it makes everybody better. But they've had a good week.
Debo, I noticed that Chase Bird had one offensive snap against Tech. Do you remember what play that was on, and what has he kind of done to get into the mix where he's able to get on the field? Yeah,
he's just in the slot rotation, and we had Tyler Brown went out, and Antonio was obviously out, so he was just a guy had gotten the third reps there and was ready to go in, and when we needed him for a rep or two. Chase does a good job for us. He and Clark Sanderson, those two really good young little slot guys that I think are going to be good little players.
Debo, when you watch Syracuse, just the way they, carry themselves, the way they tackle, things like that, does it impress you that Fran Brown has been able to sort of impose his identity on that program, in that form, in that short of time?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. That's.
I guess that was a stupid question. Did I say surprise? I'm sorry.
I thought you said no. It doesn't surprise me at all. He's a good coach. That's why they hired him to be the head coach, and he's a defensive guy, and the guys, they've had a great year last year. They play tough. They play physical. They chase to the ball, and I think he's done an amazing job. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Debo, some of your comments on Tuesday went nationally viral, drew a lot of attention. Have you had a chance to catch up with Graham or Jim, since that presser, and how those conversations have gone, if so?
I didn't talk to nobody. I'm just working football, man. I have no idea if anything's viral. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I don't have a clue. I just come in here and do what I'm supposed to do, and y'all create whatever headlines you want from there. But I'm just focused on trying to get ready to play Syracuse. Not worried about anything else.
Coach, Fran Brown's Syracuse team brings just a great physical and relentless style. and that's been rattling really some opponents this season. How do you plan to counter that intensity, and what's Clemson's edge to not just withstand this pressure but take control in this week's game?
Yeah, we just got to play to the standard that we have around here. Period. The end. It doesn't matter who we play or where we play or when we play. Just play to the standard, and we got to play physical and with great effort and tough and great discipline, great belief, and apply all those things to your fundamentals and your techniques and the scheme. That's how you win. You got to play winning. You got to do what winning requires. Win the turnover margin. Don't go out and beat yourself with a bunch of penalties. Be great in the red zone, third down. That's what wins football games. They're a talented team. We're a talented team. We got to execute at a high level, and we got to play and compete to the standard.
Dabo, I guess Angeli's not really known as a dual threat. Do you think that makes things maybe more conducive to a pass rush, a natural pass rush?
I think he runs better than people want to give him credit for. They'll run some zone read with him. He'll pull it, and he's a good scrambler. I think he's he may not be Haynes King, but he's very aware in the pocket, and I think he has good instincts and he's savvy. But they're not afraid to run him. That's for sure. So. I think he's definitely a guy that's going to throw it all over the park. That's what he does. But some of their big plays comes with him, using his feet and creating some space and off schedule type plays. I think he does a good job of that.
Hey, that was Darian again. Wesco had a big game last week, but he had the third quarter, fourth quarter drop. How do you kind of see him just respond to the fine-tuning those routine plays, those minute details this week?
Yeah, it just goes back to the little things. Finishing, like I said, after the game, just finish with your eyes. You just got to finish with your eyes. You catch the. I guess it was John Blau was giving the demonstration to. You got to just. Don't take those routine plays for granted. And sometimes you can, and you're trying to do a little too much. But, hey, he's had back-to-back great games for us. He's been a real bright spot, and really proud of Wesco, really proud of him. And he's off to a good start for us. And we just got to keep that continuing, and we got to get a bunch of other people to start playing like we need them to play as well.
Dabo, speaking of workload, 71 snaps for Ricardo Jones. Is that about right, or is that?
Yeah, probably too many. I'd say probably you'd definitely like to. I think Kylan's a guy that I don't think we got in the game much at all, and he definitely. I think coaches got to do a better job of that. If you ask me, I think he plays as many plays it takes. That's kind of how I look at it. But I think we got other good players that could take a little bit off of him. But if it takes 100 snaps, you got to be ready to go.